Hello, lovelies. This is 5-Minute Manifesting, and I'm your host, Lovey Brown. I'm a manifesting coach. So if you have any questions you would like to see answered on the podcast, please email me at loveybrownmanifests@gmail.com or leave me a voice note on anchor.fm. Today I want to talk to you about the manifesting technique, scripting. Scripting is probably my favorite technique. Scripting, basically what it is when you write out on a piece of paper your desires for your life as if they are occurring in your present tense life right now. That is at least one common way to do it. One popular teaching that I first learned about years ago from the book The Success Principles by Jack Canfield is to script using the phrase, "I'm so happy and grateful now that." And then you fill in the end of that sentence with your current desire. But because of the structure of the sentence, it is like it's happening right now. So, I'm so happy and grateful now that my specific person texts me every day. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have $50,000 in the bank. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm married to my specific person. You get the idea of how it goes. And then you just fill in with whatever it is specifically that you want. So scripting and list making were the very first ways that I noticed the law of attraction in my life. So before I even knew the term law of attraction or had really heard any of the teachings firsthand, for as long as I could, that's how I noticed it. Is I noticed when I would write stuff down, it would come into my life. So for as long as I can remember, I have loved, I'm a stationery, notebooks, pens, papers, planners, stickers, any kind of stationery item or office supply item. I was a big fan of back to school times. I love it. I love those items. I still love them. I loved them as a kid. It's just been a constant in my life. So I would just get really excited to have an opportunity to write in my special notebooks. And one thing I also really loved to do was make a list. And so that's one habit I've had since childhood is making a list of my current desires. And I have always called it my current desire list. I started this list because sometimes I would get obsessed, like really obsessed with thinking about something that I really wanted. And writing it down helped me to sort of get it out of my thoughts and get it out of my brain, at least for a little bit. And sometimes I would even forget about my desire totally, which, as you may know in manifesting, is the really sweet spot when you don't even remember that you wanted it and it comes into your life. But you're still excited that you got it. So once as a teenager, I found one of my current desires lists that I had made several months before. And I had gotten every single thing on that list. And then I noticed it happened over and over again. And one day I told my mom about my observation, and she started trying it too. And she was able to get some stuff on her list as well. So a few years down the road, I had read the book, The Success Principles, as an adult. And I added that sentence structure I talked about earlier into my list making. So I would make my list first, and then I would write out everything with the sentence, "I'm so happy and grateful now that," and I would fill in the items on my list using that sentence. And then for the last few years, I would say the last, 4 or 5 years, I've added even more. And that is using narrative paragraphs to my scripting. So I start with my list, and then I move to the sentence, "I'm so happy and grateful now that." And then I write out a paragraph in a narrative form of what story I want to tell with my desire. And that's a really fun way that you can add in some special details to your manifestations. So now I have a 3-part structure, and that's what I do. You don't have to do all 3 of those in one setting. You can actually just play around and see which one you like the best. So grab your favorite pen or pencil and your favorite notebook and start jotting down your desires. You can use, like I said, any of the 3 formats, or you can do all 3 together like I do. And I found that scripting is just a really fun way. And like I said, on almost all of my current desire lists, I've gotten almost every single thing I've written down. So I hope you'll try this, and I hope you have a really great day. Bye-bye.